Dear friends, this is Metropolitan Nathanael coming to you from the Annunciation Cathedral. I wanted to send a brief message to you and convey to you my love and prayers. A couple of weeks ago, after returning from an overseas flight, I entered my apartment, and to my surprise, the first person to greet me, of course, was my mother, but she didn't greet me in the living room or in the kitchen. She was waiting for me at the door. And I looked at her, and my mother had in her hand a can of kind of Lysol disinfectant spray and hand sanitizer. And she stopped me at the door and she said, "Galeta papuches, take off your shoes, take off your jacket, take off your robes even," she said, "and put them in this bag." And then she made me open up my suitcase and made me take out my dirty laundry and throw it in the washer. She then proceeded to completely empty my luggage, and she took the Clorox, the Lysol spray, and the hand sanitizer and put it on some paper towels and started to literally disinfect my entire suitcase. And she said, "We have to do whatever we must in order to be safe." And that's when I realized something was happening. When this 80-year-old woman who never finished elementary school knew how to protect the home and to do her part to protect the neighbor, when she knew what she was doing, I realized at that moment that we need to take more seriously what we're hearing on the news about coronavirus, COVID-19. And I just want to convey to you all that I know how difficult the last few weeks have been. I know the pain that you're experiencing. I understand it. It's normal. I understand the fear that you might experience, that your kids might experience right now. At times I feel afraid and uncomfortable and can get lost in the uncertainty. I listen to the news and I hear what our governors and our president and local mayors are saying about what we're encountering in COVID-19, and I don't know sometimes how to process it. I feel very blessed to have experts around me offering their advice and suggestions and recommendations, offering me insight on how I can best shepherd this holy metropolis, how I can care for you. I also feel very blessed because we are in the church. We're in the ship of salvation. And we have as our captain Christ. And even though we are encountering measures that are limiting us from coming into contact with one another, being in the spaces that we're used to being in, including our churches, I find great peace knowing that Christ hasn't abandoned us. That even though things are changing, Christ is forever the same. That His love endures forever. That He will not abandon us. That He is guiding us. I wanted to encourage you to continue caring for those around you. Do all that you can to make sacrifices for your loved ones, of course, but also doing whatever we have to in order to care for and love our neighbor. And by neighbor, I really encourage us to look beyond the home or the metropolis or the Orthodox community, but see how we are connected to one another beyond just in the church. They say that from every crisis, there's always great renewal and rebirth, and I believe that is the case and will be the case with COVID-19, this pandemic. I really believe that the church will create new ways of expressing its faith in Christ. It will generate new ministries and new programs that will bring people back to Christ, closer to Christ. the yearning we now feel, the desire to come to the church, to receive the sacraments, to receive light, will continue to grow inside of us. And when this is over, I am confident that our young people, who you worry about, our seasoned parishioners who may have walked away, turned their back on the Christ or the church, and our elders, we will find renewed faith. I convey to you my love, my prayers. I am standing with you, even though right now the only way for me to be with you is through these mediums. I want to commend our priests. There are so many examples of pastoral care all over the metropolis. My priests have done incredible work, and I'm really proud of them. They have sought out new ways to care for you, new ways to communicate with you, new ways to treat and care for your needs and to teach you and your children. And I couldn't be prouder. God bless you, and may God bless us all.